Hello world, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to mess around with a little car that we picked up just over a year ago. You saw the thumbnail, there's no hiding it. It's our 1967 Amazon. This is a car that we dragged out of the woods, interrupting its slumber of 35 years. Bought it from a guy who picked it up in the mid 70s, early 70s, and well, he loved this car. He thinks he put about a million miles on this car. Actually, a million miles. It's probably the coolest car I own. It's got to be this Amazon. I like this thing a lot. Several issues have cropped up on this thing. The transmission needs to be gone through. It is hard to shift, gets stuck in fourth gear, which is fine when you're going down the road until you need to stop. Another issue is the radiator. First and foremost, it's got a cooling issue. The radiator is old as dirt. Also, it's puking coolant out of the side of the block from the vent, and I can't get the vent to close, so we'll have to pull that off. First on the list, may not look like much, but that is an aluminum radiator. Quality on this thing is actually pretty good. This is a $160 eBay special. I'm not going to be too harsh on this thing. The brand name is, I think, Winners Radiator. This radiator I bought with my Patreon funds from last year. If you're interested in supporting this channel and projects like this and getting a shout out and talking with me directly for your projects, you can check out our Patreon page. And it would be appreciated if you signed up, because YouTube sure as hell doesn't pay for any of this. Let's get into this thing in all its glory. I hear the distant sounds of a rotary. So hopefully a new water pump and a new radiator will help the sucker out. Motor's out. Guess you forgot to hit record. Definitely wasn't this guy. Pops right out. Oh, that one a little easier. And out it comes. All right, we'll go for a test fit. Just run the damn fan right down the thing. Kinda. There's an alignment pin on the bottom. There it goes. My way out of place because the rest of the thing is in good condition. We're into a shaving the yak kind of situation though, because I have the return pipe for the water pump, and I also have a brand new water pump. So looking at this, it doesn't make any sense to fill any of the coolant system up, but also I'm gonna take the exhaust off to get it in there. I think might have to take the whole intake and everything off. Radiator's gotta come out. Have a look in there. We have these guys in the front of the water pump. They have to come off. Oh, she's free. That's the adjustment for your generator. I'm not sure if this is an alternator or a generator in 67. This may be a generator. It has to do with polarities and zip zaps and the things that are going on inside there, you know, I don't know. Once again, I forgot to hit record. If I do it any more times, I might end up fired. So if there's anybody who is interested in being cameraman, leave a comment down below. Oops. And there we go. Easy peasy, pops right out. The water pump is stuck on the return pipe. I guess it doesn't really matter if I break it, right? As soon as I find my hammer. At some point, it's just gonna break, right? It's like a bad game of Jenga. Water pump removed. Let's see if we can get this pipe out here. So what I'm working on is this pipe here. This is the one that we did our JB Weld repair on. Oh yeah, there it is. You can see it up in there. it leaks. That pipe goes all around the back side of the motor. Oh, it's even hard to see. Look, you can see it now. The other end of that pipe looks like that for me. I do have two versions of the pipe. One of them is kind of comes around the car, comes up at an angle kind of thing. So that would be level, and that would be like a 45. The other one comes around the car, comes outside the head a little more, and gives you that up kick right there. So this one might be more difficult to put through underneath the manifold, but I'm going to try that one because that one will work for us better, I feel. And now I'm going to fish this thing out of here. So I think. I said I'm gonna fish this thing out of here. It seems like I may have to take the entire manifold off. There we go. I mean, making progress is what I'm saying. I think the exhaust definitely has to come off. It was going great, but then it suddenly went not so great. While I was trying to fit our new coolant return pipe to our water pump, that's the old one. I've got the new one there, actually. That's the cylinder head. As you can see, the cylinder head is no longer on the motor. Once we got this car up and running, the head gasket was leaking oil, and it was just one of those things that I kept putting off. And instead of putting it off any longer, I decided that it's probably best just to take the head off. It took about 20 minutes to pull the head on this thing. It's super simple. I gotta clean everything up and put it back together. Let's take a look at the head. There's a lot of crap in this head. I don't know what that is, but it's there. That's on the number 4 cylinder. It's on every cylinder, but it's mostly there. It's yeah, quite crusty. Of course, got to scrape the head down, check its flatness, and then slap it back together with a new head gasket. We spent the rest of the evening scraping down the head because it's off the motor, as you know. Clean the motor up, dig some stuff out, and we'll start throwing the thing back together. This is an L-ring kit that you can get from a couple different places. I prefer to use VP Auto Parts, or you can also go with classic Volvo Restoration.com, IPD, FCP Euro. So I'm just gonna give you all the sites where you can get parts. Here's your part number. Flip it over for those who are incapable of reading upside down, which is fine, I can't either. So we'll take our knife here and we'll open it up nice and carefully. Bought this kit last year when I realized the head gasket was leaking, and well, I mean, it's just been sitting ready to be used. Looks like your thermostat, your water pump stuff, your carburetor gaskets. That's pretty cool. Valve cover gasket, exhaust flange gasket, intake gasket. God, that's a nice gasket. I like the L-ring quality. It's really, when you look at a gasket, you say, wow, that's nice. You know, it's good quality. And of course, the one we really need right now is our head gasket. Instructions for torquing your head down. It's not in English, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, I can't read any of this, so if you can read this, cool. 40 newton meters, 80 newton meters, and then 83 to 94. I think that's your guess is as good as mine. I can't read that. Gasket is set in place. Bring the head over to it so I can put her down, if you know what I'm saying. Incoming. Oh, okay. That's probably fine, right? Just drop it on the damn thing. My finger got stuck. Oh God. It's not going well. It's not going well. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done it. Hopefully with minimal damage. That's good. 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 Well, that's good. All right, that's looking good. Time. Torque to spec. We're gonna go 25 foot-pounds. 50 foot-pounds. Eventually we're gonna get to 75 foot-pounds. But for right now, all the way up to 75. Fully torqued, as I like to say. Just happy to be here. When I took everything apart yesterday, everything was set up by cylinder, so it can all go back to where it was. So we'll grab one by one, throw it in there. We put a new gasket in there, our tolerances are going to be all out of whack. So we'll have to adjust our rocker clearance. No shame in stopping for a minute to clean up your mess, I say, in my garage, which is entirely too messy. What are you gonna do? Really nothing we could do, so maybe clean it. You do not want to force these down. Oh yeah, they are way out. Definitely on the loose side of things. These are 25 foot-pounds. Still a bit loose, but everything's in there. Can't complain. I mean, I could complain. I might have to. Upper gasket, small upper gasket. These are the two that sit up into the bottom of the head. Your lower gasket, this is gonna go around your lower tube. So that should go on the tube first. Everything should get a little bit of oil or grease or something just to keep them soft. I just used some grease from this grease gun I found laying in the back of the garage. It should be fine. I like to use a little bit of RTV, do a very thin skim coat of RTV. Don't be afraid to do the same thing on this side of the gasket. If you squeeze your eyeballs down in there, put our O-ring on our return pipe, and then our return pipe going to go into the water pump. All right, we got a new bottom pipe too. A little bit difficult to get you down there to see it. So you just have to believe me, it's going in. I tried for the better part of half an hour to get this pipe to fit, and I just couldn't get the hole to line up on the block. I took the gasket off, and sure enough, this end's just a hair too long. So we're gonna clean it up a little bit. I took maybe a 1/16 of an inch off the end. I didn't mark it or anything. I just gave it my best eye, and sometimes you use the one you got. As I was saying about the camera guy, he's freaking terrible. That's in there. If anybody sees a length of radiator hose kicking around that's brand new, looks just like that, kindly let me know, because I have no idea what I did with it. It does look kind of ridiculous with a bunch of brand new parts on it. Basically a brand new motor now. Look, I got a lot going on over here. Can't pet you right now. Nope, go home. Nope. Nope. See you later. I'm kidding, come here. I'm sorry. Hopefully you didn't just have a bath. See you later. Bye. I don't have any food. We are back together. New radiator's looking good. I don't have any isolators for my radiator mount, but it's fine for now. Bunch of brand new shiny red parts on a car we pulled out of the woods. Parts pile's dwindling. Got a bunch more stuff we're gonna do, but not in this video. Let's get to that valve lash. Best way to check if you did all your work right is to start it. Just kidding, spark plugs. Potentially it's fine. It's fine. Let's just start it. Gonna check to see if we got oil coming up yet. It looks like we do. It's probably better it doesn't start just yet, but if you look down the top of the motor, we got oil coming out on the top of the rockers. Not too shabby. Contact. Oh yeah? Is it just cold-blooded now? Look at her go. Definitely cold-blooded. Cool. Shut her down because we're getting oil everywhere. Well, she runs. As good as I do run anyway. Clean up some oil here. And put a belt cover on it. She's back together. Let's fire it off again. Ran it for a bit and well, she's not overheating. I did manage to break the wire to the coolant temp sensor though. And also we have an oil pressure light. But I know we have oil pressure because it's, we got oil pressure at the head. Another problem is, went to pull it out of the garage and it won't shift. It's like shifting in a bowl of peanut butter. I think that's going to be a video for another time because now I gotta get back in the garage. Head's holding it together nicely. Not bad, right? Don't forget to hit record. How about you get in your garage and fix something, huh? Have a good day. So that's what the pivot for my shifter looks like.